Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for being with us. We're back with an extra shot of sun rays on this final day of January, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I didn't
We
think of it
never
that way.
mentioned that during the show. It is the final day of January.
I'm Julia, along with Carlos, Julia, and Karen there joining us as well.
Yeah, good to see you guys. What a weekend for the NFL. We got the Bengals and the Rams in Super Bowl 56. Take a look at what the Bengals posted on Twitter. Since he was down 21-3 at one point, but came back, taking it in overtime. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs in OT. This is the Bengals' first conference championship win since 1989. Bengals rookie kicker Evan McPherson, and I love this, by the way. They say, he doesn't know what he doesn't know because he's just a rookie. He hit this 31-yard field goal in overtime to seal the deal. What a game for Bengals QB Joe Burrow. He becomes the first #1 overall draft pick to lead the team to the Super Bowl in just his second year. The reason that's significant is you don't get the #1 pick in the draft unless you stink, all right? Oh. And the Bengals have stunk the past few years, and he turned them around in just 2 years. That is unbelievable, even though he looks just like Macaulay Culkin. If you look at Joe Burrow and Macaulay Culkin.
I can see that.
Can you see that? They look kind of the same.
Yeah.
Now we got the LA Rams, who are going to be hosting the Super Bowl at their own place, SoFi Stadium there in Los Angeles. The Rams beat the 49ers last night 20-17. They came from behind. They were down by 10 points in the final quarter. Matthew Stafford ended up passing for 337 yards in his third playoff victory ever in his 13-year career. Of course, you remember he spent all those years with the Detroit Lions. They were terrible. He was a great quarterback on a bad team, and now he's a great quarterback on a great team as they host the Bengals in Super Bowl 56 in 13 days on February 13th, right here on Channel 13.
A lot of good football yesterday, but the other big sports story of the weekend, whether or not Tom Brady is retiring from the NFL. There were several sources that came out on Saturday saying this was a done deal, but Brady's father and his agent both say Tom hasn't said anything official. So we'll have to obviously wait and see what happens, but during all of this stuff with Brady over the weekend, did you see who showed up on SNL over the weekend? Take a look.
Did you hear the rumors that Tom Brady might be retiring?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's true. I think it's probably just speculation. But if it were me, I probably would retire if it gave me more time to watch Emily in Paris. But I really think for Tom right now, it's just a tough decision between balancing his career and relationships, sort of like Emily.
Yeah, so Peyton Manning making a special appearance on Saturday Night Live briefly talking about Tom Brady, but it also took a pretty funny turn when he started segueing from Tom retiring to Peyton's love of the Netflix show Emily in Paris. Peyton said if Tom retired, that would free up more time. There you go. You heard that for him to watch Emily in Paris. He even broke down Emily's love life like a football play. So pretty funny there. You almost wonder, did Saturday Night Live say, what the heck, try and reach out to Tom Brady? Because nothing probably would have been funnier if they'd had Tom Brady on there
great, yeah.
trying to, debunk whether he's retiring or not.
That's a good point. Yeah, they probably did try to reach out for him. But the skit was great because they started by saying to Peyton Manning, hey, did you see last weekend's football games? Weren't they amazing? And he was there to really break down last weekend's football games. He's like, no, I was actually watching Emily in Paris. And then he kind of goes in this whole long thing about Emily in Paris. It was actually very funny. He's got such great timing as a comedian.
We got a couple people. Oh, my bad, Carlos. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Go ahead, Julia.
No, you're fine. I was hearing a little bit. Some of our producers were talking on your side. I didn't hear you talking. I was going to actually talk about some of the people that were commenting on Facebook already earlier because we've already got some Super Bowl predictions. I know, Carlos, if you kind of gave last week, were you saying who you thought was going to win?
Well,
still stay the same?
Patrick, our floor director, is right here. I don't want him to come over the table at me, but right now, I'd have to say I think the Rams. I'm just saying, because they're at home, they got a hot offense. Patrick's over there giving me the red fox.
I was going to say you're being very bold. You got Patrick in there. I don't know that he's letting that fly.
Yeah, I got to go with my gut on that one.
Yeah,
but you know what though?
And guys, how do you even pick how do you even pick the teams that win? I mean, what do you base it on? I mean, because these teams, they were fighting to the finish. So I completely get if during the Super Bowl, it's going to be one heck of a game. Probably a fight to the finish, right?
No, I agree. Every one of these games in the last 2 weeks has been coming down to the final possession, or they've been, these games have been decided by 3 points or less. So it's going to be a tight one for whatever. I'd be happy to be wrong with my prediction that the Rams are going to win. So there you go.
So Lori this morning is
So
saying
what
that
are
he
you
might as
willing
well-
to wager on that, Carlos?
Oh, I'm not a
I
betting
think
man.
we should come up with like a friendly little wager.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah,
Put him on the spot, girl.
Patrick, bring it in here real quick. Patrick is showing us you've heard of the terrible towel? This is the beleaguered blanket. Come on, yeah, put it right here. You can just put it in the middle there. There we go. Oh, so Patrick, there we go.
One of the happiest guys here in this
Yes.
station today.
Oh, okay.
Sean Ash.
Great stuff there. All right, so Julia, we got some temperatures falling in South Florida, and something else is falling as well.
Yeah, this is a very interesting story. So I feel like I've heard this before, but I'm getting like a little bit more to it. So as you mentioned, temperatures dropping in South Florida, but there's iguanas that are also dropping too. So when the temperatures drop into the 40s, the big green lizards, they become stunned by the cold, and then they actually just start falling out of the trees. They are still alive, though. They just can't move. But the species, they say they can recover pretty quickly. So people are warned to watch out because of their claws, teeth, and their long tails, which could cause injuries. And I was like, what? I read about this a little bit more this morning, and that's why they're telling people don't bring them in, because I guess you feel bad, and you're like, oh no,
gosh.
like they're literally freezing. They're saying don't bring them inside because they thaw out and then they want to attack you. I don't know if that's because they're confused about where they are.
That is the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, you know, when it's really cold in Florida, that's when all this happens. That's also when us snowbirds want to go out to the golf courses and play golf when the Floridians don't want to play. And then we're under the trees getting pelted by these iguanas that are falling out of the trees. And so, yeah, it's pretty scary.
You said that actually happened to you?
Yeah, I had one fall out of a palm tree and land on my back, and it's like a thud, and then you're like, what is that? And you see it, you go, ah, you're freaking out. Yeah, but it's, yeah.
First of all, that would gross me out just to no end.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, that's about as dramatic I am when the temperature drops below 40. I just want to pass out.
But Julia, I'm really about these Little Debbie ice cream pints sound amazing.
You're giving it away. I want it to be a big reveal.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Little Debbie is reinventing some of your favorite childhood snacks. So you got oatmeal cream pie, cosmic brownies, zebra cakes, even honey buns that are going to be turned into ice cream. So they'll start popping up in freezer sections starting tomorrow, but only at Walmart. And usually when we like debut food or like weird combinations, I'm like, I'm leaving that one alone. But I actually would try this, I think, because I feel like a honey bun, like warmed with a little bit of ice cream, is pretty good. And like just all the ingredients that are in a honey bun, or even some of the other stuff like brownies and stuff, I feel like that actually matches with ice cream, not like hot Cheeto ice cream or whatever it is that we talk about. Yeah.
Nothing weird and crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Julia, did you just say hot Cheeto ice cream?
I feel like now that I've put it out in the universe,
right?
it's going to happen.
Oh no, it's already happened. That's a flavor that's out there. The Hot Cheetos ice cream is a flavor that's been released. It was for a limited time. So yeah, but the nutty bars, the peanut butter chocolate wafer bars, I saw that. That's one of the ice creams there. I would be lined up at Walmart to get that.
I was looking through the list, and I think I'm willing to bet. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you seem like a cosmic brownie kind of girl, Julia.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. Sounds really good.
That's the only one that I would try. All the other ones, I'm kind of like, I never was a big fan of like zebra cakes growing up. I think because my mom just wouldn't let us have it because she was like, it's just so much sugar, which maybe I'm thankful for. I don't know. Are they still making Twinkies too, or that's not Little Debbie? That's Hostess, right?
Hostess makes Twinkies.
Because remember they did the thing where they were like Twinkies were going, like they were stopped selling them or something like that?
They're back now. Hostess
they're back.
is making Twinkies again, and Ding Dongs and cupcakes.
Okay, all right. Well, crisis averted then, I guess. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we have kind of buried the lead here. We've got a big winter storm that is headed our way. So if you miss sunrise today, don't miss it tomorrow, because Chuck is going to have the timeline really kind of starts to happen like Wednesday into Thursday is what he's talked about. So he'll have, you know, obviously as we get closer, we'll have even a better timeline of all of that coming in when you join us tomorrow for 13 Sunrise.
It's a big week this week on Sunrise because we have that winter storm coming in, then we have the Olympics on Friday, so a lot going on this week as far as things you need to know and be a part of all week long on Sunrise. Well,
thank you guys for being with us. It's nice to see you, Karen and Julia, and for all of you there watching at home, we appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow bright and early at 4 a.m.